Do you know where I am? Because I sure don't. Smack your own ass there, Helen. Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons, this is Night's Journey of Dreams, and I'm somewhere. But do you know where? I'm not entirely sure. Well, we're somewhere at the Dream Gate anyway. I was just having a little bit of an explore just because these episodes are weird lengths, even though I'm quietly confident this episode doesn't need padding. Hello, Owl. Do you need help? Are you talking about this chest or that gate off to the one side? I could have included this in the last episode and I didn't because I'm just... marzipan. Whatever you're thinking about doing, replace it with marzipan. Want world peace? Have marzipan instead. Oh, we could actually go through here. I'd forgotten. Well, this is fine. This is a good warm-up for today's episode. Why? Well, you'll see in a short spoon of a time. But first, we'll get to the end of this shaft, and what a fine shaft it is. Steady on. I'd forgotten how much place there was in this place. There's another chest. What are you going to give me? Possibly more blue chips? More blue chips! Why not? Quite a few more, because it's a well-hidden chest. I do like how they magnetize to you, but just a little bit, so you do still have to chase them a little bit. An updraft. Oh no, we're going to float away. And yeah, there's that dream drop that I pointed out before. But don't worry, there's a much easier way of getting it in the near-ish future. Near-ish, a little bit. Have patience. For the time being, how about we head back to Crystal Castle and have some story time? Because this next mission may have my favourite music in the entire game. And I don't know, it's a tough call. This is a very compelling mission, one of the most fun, but one of the most divisive. Of people that I know who've played this game, I love this mission, a lot of people don't. Well, let's see for ourselves, shall we?
Hey. Do you live here? You're the first human being I've seen in this world.
No, I was sent here from another world. Something awful has happened to my friend, and it's all my fault. I've got to hurry and get back to my own world.
Your friend?
Yeah. He's waiting for me to help him. If I could just find the door, I'd be able to get back.
I know where the door is. That's how I got here.
Really? Then please, you've got to take me there. I don't want to be a pain, but I don't know anything about this place, and...
Don't you worry. I will take you there.
I love the stained glass windows here. And oh, spoiler alert, his name is Will. Now we need to run at a wall. We need to take Will to the wall. But yes, we have an escort mission in a maze made of glass. This level is quite mad, and I love it. This is absolutely 150% my aesthetic. Like, I would love to live in a mansion like this. Like, this is a discussion that I have with my parents on semi-regular occasions. What sort of place would we live in if we were to suddenly come by a lot of money? And my answer is always, I would want to live in a huge fuck-off mansion. Like, I just love the idea of living in a house you can get lost in. Would that not just be the funnest time? So, I'm sort of going out my way just to get blue chips, even though, okay, some of these walls are mirrors, some of them are crystal. I just want to have a fantastic time, really. So, you could go this way, could go this way. I forget what the correct way is. But that's the whole point. It's a maze, it's a labyrinth, it's designed to send you quite insane, and it's lovely, and I love this. Like, normally, I'm not the strongest proponent of, like, antiques and classical stuff. Like, my mother really loves antiques. Like, I just like how fancy this place is, and it's full of puzzles, and also... enemy. Disguising itself as a chest because it's just rude like that. But yes, and it may surprise you to learn that there is a mission like this in Will's story. I can finally use his name because it's the game spoiled it for us. But yes, Will has his own story, he's the male player character, and at some point we're going to cross over into one of Will's dream worlds for an escort mission there as well. And as I said, this is Helen's favourite type of mission because we had Marine Escape before, we've got this now, and also those little plaques with Owl's face on. You can actually interact with those and they'll give you hints, but I just want to enjoy this level, and I believe those tortoise things can disguise themselves as blue chips as well, so be careful and let your aim be true. I think, if my memory is accurate, that, oh, this is a side room. This is completely optional. I believe you can't kill Nightmarean by yourself. You have to use, you have to use knights, in short. So you can stun them with blue chips, but you can't do anything of value with them. And I don't know how you get that dream drop. Also, here's a whole load of blue chips that we got from those chests. I could do some fancy jumps, but look, we used almost all of our clock just in this panickery, so let's just head on our way. The blue chips shall be our guide. Can I open you and obtain time? Nope, I can obtain blue chips though. Now, when it says plus however many seconds based on our combos, I don't think that actually affects the timer so much as the clock in the bottom right. I think I'm sort of a little bit too paranoid about running out of clock to actually pay any attention. Can I walk into this clock and obtain time? Obtained time-tum. But notice how when it says, oh yes, this clock is 1/4 green, that doesn't mean it takes away 1/4 of your time in the corner. So, you know, just... Long story short, have a care in these levels because you're not invincible, and if you run out of time, that itself isn't game over. But if you get caught by the Waker, which will appear, then that is game over, automatically. You have to start from the very beginning. Oh, wait, did the blue chips just infinitely respawn, or did I just have a moment there? Well, whatever. Oh. Can you kill Nightmare after all? I could swear you could only stun them. Is there, like, a hidden switch in here? I don't remember. But... oh, you can defeat them. That's why the blue chips respawn. Oh no! They got Will. There we go. So yes, this is a bit more involved than Marine Escape in Aqua Garden, because that one is more like just get to the end. But with this, there's puzzles. And in the next iteration of this type of mission, there are even more puzzles, and you are a fake. I could tell because you look slightly different. God, Helen, behaving with extreme prejudice and dreaming about boys. Who do you even think you are? Though it should come as no surprise to learn that Will is a real person, it's not just a boy dream. She's not gone boy Z crazy. I heard someone squeaking at me. Is it you? Were you trying to flirt with me from the other side of the mirror? And as I said, some of these mirrors aren't mirrors, some of them are just crystal blocks that we've seen before. Don't touch me. I love how flimsy that throw was just because of the incline of the hill. Oh good, more killing. Now there is a little bit of auto-aim with the blue chips just because they're flimsy. I have no idea where Will is at this point. Are you not dead yet? Can you die? Let me through, thank you. Why is the camera so far away? Will, where have you gone? Are you dead? Do I need to bring you to the end in person? I don't think you do. Like, this is the end of the level. So we are at the end, but there's a bit of puzzle still to happen, because as you may be able to see, there's a crystal wall blocking the way, but there's also crystal blocks in here, so you need to do a bit of platforming to open the door. I forget the specifics, but that's the general gist of it. I hope we don't need to go back into the maze to find Will, because we're here. We're at the end. Ah. Well, since we're here, I shall just grab these clocks to make my score look slightly more impressive. Also, this bit of wall looks fucky, but it's not. It just looks like it. Now, are there any more arbitrary clocks floating around, or... oh, yep. I was going to say, are we Vespucci, but I'm not sure what Vespucci is. But those stained glass windows, I love them. They look kind of like really fancy bras or owl faces. But anyway, this is the exit. We have made through the level, and in a peachy keen 6 minutes. Is that worth something better than a B? Please? No, I feel like 20,000 is the A score. That's fine. Crystal Castle is just my B level. I can live... never mind the fact that we were supposed to be showing Will the way out, and he just got lost in there somewhere, so... it's fine.
It's the door! Thanks. Now I can get back to my world.
No problem. I hope your friend is okay.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Will.
Hi, Will. I'm Helen. Be careful out there, okay?
Yeah, I will. Thanks again, Helen.
See, he got out just fine after all. And as I said, nothing's ever gonna come of us helping him out, I'm sure. Now, I feel as though just watching these cutscenes in hindsight... Ah, Jewel Mountain. Ah, yes, what a lovely mountain. I hope nothing happens to it. But, yeah. I do think this game would benefit from an HD remaster, because at least then the cutscenes would look a little less janky and they could perhaps redo the voice acting. That is one of Sega's weakest points, generally speaking. But hey, look, at least we're consistent. Dropped down to a B thanks to Girania, and now we're sticking to it like bee glue. Bee glue? Isn't that just honey? Tee-hee. Anyway, here's another fun mission, but it's a bit more action-oriented, and it's got really good music. But, first rule of anything narrative, Tess, show, don't tell.
This must be the mountain with all the jewels the old owl was talking about.
What's that sound?
Oh, it's awful! The Nightmarons have angered the Jewel Mountain!
Ah!
What? Are you frightened?
Of course not. It's not me, it's Helen.
Yes, well, be that as it may, we must retrieve those jewels.
What do you mean?
The Nightmarons have caused the mountain to erupt in order to get at the jewels that it spouts forth. Jewels that glimmer with the light of an Idia. They're part of the Idia. If they are lost, then so too is Nightopia.
Come on, Helen. Let's go. We need to get those jewels before they do.
Okay.
Conceptually, I like this. I have a jewel collection of my own IRL. I like jewels. I like pretty shit. Now, this mission can be really easy or really difficult. It's up to you. Well, sort of. It's about how good you can get, but also, I believe if a certain number of jewels hit the floor, then you automatically fail. I think. Also, the jewel collection noise is so aggressive. Diamond, they're worth a fair fuck. Don't drop. Got it. Ah, and here are the others. Ah, we missed one. Well, whatever. Spent so long going after that diamond. Okay, never mind. I was thinking of a different mission. You don't have to get every single one. You just need to get a good number before the time runs out. Good luck. Oh no. So sad. But yes, if you hear the Sonic Adventure 2 noise, then a diamond has spawned and they fall really quickly, so it's more a question of, are you in the right place at the right time? Notice how I was saying it's up to you whether this mission is easy or hard. This is kind of what I mean. Like, you can paraloop them, you sort of need good timing, and also, not all of these gems are collectible, some of them are just pyroclasts. Made it sound like I said pyroclast with a U. Surely you're familiar with our mutual pyroclastic friend. That is several layers of... So, that's Skyward Sword plus, I think, Charles Dickens. Because Pyroclastic Fiend, our mutual friend, spellings of words, diamond. Diamonds aren't forever because if they hit the floor they die. You know. Which sort of indirectly reminds me. And I'm not even going to finish that thought apparently. But, I remember back in my salad days, there was a webcomic that I followed it was a Sonic, like, fan comic thing. Like, it was a completely original story. And it was about the Chaos Diamonds, and I don't actually remember anything apart from the fact that it gave Tails a shit ton of character development, and it was just really nice, apart from... I remember one moment where there was a really base level fart joke, and that's... like, that really sells the rest of the story short. But yes, I am so glad that there isn't, like, some restriction saying, oh, no, you die if you drop this many jewels. Because Lord knows I don't want to drop my family jewels. I don't want to lose my dong. Which is a reference. You should know this by now. I am so full of references. To be fair, like, bearing in mind the minimum in order to pass the level is 50, they give you plenty of time. So, you could just sort of lie back and enjoy the music. I'm gonna acrobat my way to this diamond. Diamonds aren't forever, we've been over this. Also, the red circular jewels, or the oval ones, they kind of look like sweets. Oh, there was a whole load of... Ah, damn it. I was a bit too far to one side. There was a whole load of, like, a whole row of gems that I missed because on the wrong side of the volcano. I would love to have this in my back garden, though. Speaking of gems and gemology, in reference to oval-shaped jewels, my father finds ovals offensive. There is such a shape as an offensive oval. 141, is that good enough for a B? I'd like an A, personally, but you know. Oh, the gem's frozen in midair in the background. We got an A in the gem mission. Good. This is very good. This is indisputably good. We rescued a jewel. And there was good music involved, and we had a fantastic time. And it sort of pains me to think that we're only going to spend 2 episodes in Crystal Castle, but technically we only spent 2 episodes in Aqua Garden, because I spent an entire episode just dicking around in the origins of the universe. Ah, yes. So, we rescued some jewels and a whole load of other of the... Some of the jewels got destroyed, so at least that means the Nightbearers couldn't have them, and technically, strictly speaking, that does mean that they returned to the Earth, so they weren't lost. That's my headcanon anyway. Anyway, boss time, let's rematch Bony Bomamba. Her name is just Bomamba, but her theme music is Bony Bomamba because... boobies. Why boobies? A very good question. Thank me for asking. Anyway, I did tell you to keep an eye out for what makes this boss different from its first iteration.
I should have figured that you'd be the one behind all this. Stop sneaking around and come out!
NiGHTS is unexpectedly angry and also personal with Bomamba. Like, have you met before? Because she wasn't in the first game. But yes, as I was saying, also the fur on those cat steaks, by the way. Good rendering for a Wii game. Some wit for a Blumpkin. But yes, unless I'm quite mistaken, the noodle nodes on the board are actually on... I believe they were on the corners before, and now they're not. But yes, I would say this is definitely where the bosses start to be harder than their first counterparts, because of course, part of the problem here is momentum. Because they can roll too quickly and thus miss the hole you're aiming for. And you can't tilt the board directly, like, away from where you're pushing from, so... bearing in mind your score is... rude. Your score is rude. Your score is all based on how quickly you can do the boss. Yeah, you're not going to get a good grade for this unless you severely get good. Thus, I don't expect to get a good grade from this. But you see there was one of the cats that sort of bounced in and out of the hole. So, sort of, you need to get really good in order to just not have to... like, there's no fences, so you need to have a really good aim. You need to have really good timing as far as, like, are they going to roll into the hole or are they going to bounce out of the hole? Are they going to have a fantastic time or are you going to suffer? It's not an easy boss! It's sort of almost imbalanced levels of difficult. Like, just there, the cat on the left side of the table, like, was on the edge of the hole and, like, there wasn't really anything I could do about it. Like, it's so difficult to aim! And I don't want to speed it up because that would make me look lazy and shit, but... like, there's not much more to this boss than what you're seeing. In fact, there is nothing more to this boss than what you're currently seeing. It's just persist until they eventually physics their way into a hole. Hey... I think the handles are in a different place. Anyway, I can check back at the footage and confirm, because it's something that I've thought about on many an occasion. There's probably a strategy to it as well. I'm sure speedrunners have this shit on lockdown, but I do not. Go on, go in the hole. Get in the hole. Kitty, go down the hole. There we go. There's one left, and we've had most of our time. So, you know, we're going to have a bad experience. Go on. Fall into a hole. Come on. What? Ah! Wah! Wah, Luigi. Don't shoot your mucus orbs at me. There we go. That... in all truth, that should not have taken that long. Because there's a second phase. And now there's nipples. Well, there's this breasts. There's breast mountains. Which means that if you suck at the first half, then you're going to suck even worse at the second half. Stop shooting at me, you're making this unnecessarily complex. It does help though that when you grab one of these handles, the board does shake a little bit, so any of the cats on the board do momentarily go out of their attack phase. Not necessarily difficult, but definitely tedious, just because it's a ball-pushing physics puzzle boss. Zabooby. I will say Zabooby again, and it will suddenly gain meaning. Still, in a bizarre twist of fate, the sort of breast mountain around each hole does actually help a little bit with the problem of momentum, because obviously when they're going uphill, they slow down a little bit, which makes them a bit easier to guide into the hole. Only a little bit, mind you. So, you know, count your chickens, count your blessings, have a fantastic time, because I'm probably going to run out of time and get a terrible grade. Because this boss isn't easy. It's physics. You're trying to fight physics. You can't do that. Dear, oh dear. I will make this entertaining, I promise. Or at least I shall try to. Come on. 2 for the price of 1 egg, and a handful of peas, and a ham. Come on, go in a hole. Any hole, I'm not fussy. Steady on. Okay, you're there, I'm over here. Let's find a nice slot to insert you into. Come on, you're coming towards this one. Come on. Come on, my feline compatriot. Bop into a hole, we only have 25 seconds. And I'm probably going to get hit and it'll be down to 5 seconds fewer. It'd be such a great injustice to run out of time on the last cat. I think if you drill dashed on one of the nubs, then that gives the board a little bit of a boost. There we go. 5 seconds. I'm not going to get a good grade for this at all, because you see the problem. I'm not going to criticize the boss design at all. It's just going to wrap back round to an E. Technically a failing grade. So I think in order to progress, we may have to do this again, or failing that, I may have to come back to it later. But for now, we got the idea, so it's something.
The blue Idia, which governs intelligence, a never lost piece of my heart.
As I suspected, a mere second-level nightmare like Bomamba cannot stop knights.
A word, if you will, Master Wiseman. It is because of the visitor's Idia that...
Silence, Riala.
Yes, Master.
We must not allow knights to get away with these indiscretions. You see to it that knights' freedom is put to an end. Go at once.
As you wish, Master.
Don't worry, the next boss is much easier than that. Now, in the first game, there was only 1 mission per world, and you had to get an A, a B, or a C to pass it, but you could... It doesn't matter... apparently it does matter in this game, but in the previous game, all you had to do was complete a level to unlock the next level, and you can't go to the final level until you get a passing grade on every level. Seems like in this case, I'm gonna need to redo Bomamba, but that's okay, that'll give me an opportunity to redo Girania as well, so... At some point I will do that, but look, that's such a sad grade. It's a difficult physics-based boss. For the time being, though, I shall grab this new... I don't remember what upgrade this is, because I know what the first one is, I know what the last one is. But which one's this? That doesn't help at all. What is that? What do we got? Go on, Owl, enlighten me. I don't remember that at all. Huh. Well, that could be useful in some missions. For the time being, though, I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons, and next time on Knight's Journey of Dreams... maybe we'll have... Wait, hang on a second. Oh, It didn't nerf. That's a relief. We just had to get the next persona to open the next level. Never mind. In the next episode, we will head into this new level. But not until then, so see you then, and at some point I will redo the bosses and get good grades for them, I swear. Please don't hurt me! Ah! See you in the next episode!